Hello there. I hope you're all just fine today. We have a special feature that I think will interest all of you, and in just a minute I'll tell you all about it.
You know, this rivalry thing, it's gone way too far. You know, Kevin Robinson last summer goes to the X Games, what does he do? Wrecks himself. Bill Cole, he can't have that, what does he do? He goes and destroys his knee. Keith McElhaney, he's got to one-up that. What does he do? Goes and tears apart his elbow. So what am I supposed to do? Of course, I go out, break my hand.
I will remember for the rest of my life what the first time Kevin did something that I went oh crap on, and we went up to Rats in Maine, and he had been going up there for a while, and I hadn't been riding too many ramps, and he's like, oh, come up, and we went up, and I was like, wow, he's going high, but he always went high, and he did a one-footed 540 that was the bottom of his wheel was like at 5.5, 6 feet, and I went crap. So rode with him and realized how good he was, and I was like, all right, can't have that. He left, and I decided, at that point I was doing 540s at a foot, not really good, so I was gonna work on him. He left, got my time, did a 540 at 2 feet, did a 540 at 3 feet, rode off the side of the ramp, hit a wall full speed, bike flipped up and ripped me from knee to groin. Yeah. That was pretty much the last time Kevin was a rival, because he just kind of ran with it and kind of just sat down and let it happen.
Who's Keith?
The rivalry between myself and Keith McElhaney, yeah, Keith was the man I wanted to beat. You know, he was the god of New England. He had so much BMX talent, but on top of that, he brought so much charisma and such an energy to contests. I saw it as almost impossible. And I just kept working at it and just kept trying. I remember the first time I beat him was at an ERA contest. And I just remember how excited I was when I found out that I beat Keith. I was like, I'm like, this is it. I'm on my way now. You know, I beat the ultimate man of New England. And Keith, of course, has been for a long time one of my closest friends, and it's definitely been a friendly rivalry for sure. I remember this one time at Rat Skate Park. I was doing 540s really high, and Keith, I think, was a little jealous, and he stuck around after and tried some high 540s, and ended up ripping his leg open, and I think that was about the end of the rivalry. So
the best rivalry that I know of is between Scott and Keith at the 2-hip ERA contest at my house. And I think it was the contest before that, the three of us rode in, and I think it was Keith got first, Scott got second, I got third, down at Greg Sousa's house. And I think Scott might have been a little disappointed that Keith won that one.
Yep, to be honest, I did dupe Keith at the, I guess it was the last ERA contest of 88, 89. At Bill Cole's house. I was not happy about getting second place at Greg Sousa's house, the contest before. Keith had ridden well. I thought I did as well. Keith ended up winning, but my goal was to come back and win the next one.
So Scott kept coming up to my house. Maybe 2-3 weeks before that, every night he'd come up and ride and just get my ramp totally dialed. He was blasting. One of the highest airs I've ever seen on my ramp was from Scott.
So I went there after school every day, for a couple of weeks. My goal was to just get that ramp dialed in and completely outride everybody on that ramp that day. Even to the point where I was telling Bill, if anybody is scheduled to come and practice and warm up on that ramp that day, please let me know, because I'm not coming. I don't want to ride with anybody but Bill. And Bill and I just went at it every day, just riding, just pushing it. And, over the course of that time, we really just got that ramp just really, dialed in. and I was definitely ready, you know, when contest day rolled around. And that day, you know, we all showed up. It was a little bit wet, but it was a good day to ride. It was a cool, like, fall day. And, you know, so I see Keith, and, you know, I'm talking, and as usual, Keith's talking a little smack, and, you know, that was just Keith, and, you know, it was cool. And so I just kind of told him that I was having a hard time with the ramp. I didn't really like it. I was just sort of gonna just wing it a little bit. And this is where the little deception on my part came in. I had been riding it, as you know. So the runs start, and Keith is up on first, and he goes in, he puts in a first good run, and I rolled in, and I just started carving up the ramp. You know, I was riding it fairly well, but not doing a whole lot. And I kept hearing in the background from Chris Lashua, you know, variations, variations.
I think Keith was really surprised that day when he came up and was like, wait a minute, why is Scott killing it on this ramp? Has he been riding this thing?
And I'll never forget when I rolled up onto the opposite deck from Keith after my first run. I looked across at him, and he just mouthed something across at me with a little bit of a smirk. We won't repeat what it was, but we'll just leave it at that because, you know, it was competitive. It was fun, but there was definitely the people that were on that deck. They wanted to win, and everybody was there, you know, to have a little fun. But, you know, at the end of the day, you wanted to win, and that was just the cool part about the rivalries back then. Whether it was myself and Keith, myself and Bill, Kevin Robinson, you name it, all the different people that competed at all those contests. It was always just a cool, you know, just competitive rivalry. You know, fun, respectful most of the time, but just cool, fun. And that's really what I'm looking forward to now, is to get out with these guys when we have the chance, just to get out and ride, have some fun. And there's always a little bit of rivalry in there, but that's just kind of who we are and part of what makes it fun.
I mean, that is the expression of the human body. I mean, everything. I mean, you know, not just the hand. And when you're talking about combat, well, I mean, if it is a sport, now you're talking about something else. You have regulations, you have rules. But when you're talking about fighting as it is, with no rules,
real fighting,
well then, baby, you better train every part of your body. And when you do punch, now I'm leaning forward a little bit, hoping not to hurt any camera angle. I mean, you gotta put the whole hip into it and snap it and get all your energy in there and make this into a weapon.
I don't want to tangle you in any dark. That right now. You came at me pretty fast there.